Welcome to the Scrapyard. I'm your host, BC.
I'm Aladar.
I'm Flaming Bees.
I'm the Eating Savage. Because I'm currently eating at the moment.
And today we are going to be talking about figures that we regret not buying on their initial release. I think I'm probably going to be the one that has the most to say on this. So, I'm going to let our lovely panel here do some talking on this.
Well, who wants to go first? Okay.
I know something I regret. And BC knows what I'm about to say too. I regret not buying the Soto figures of both the Lightspeed team and their Megazords.
Yeah.
I had it pre-ordered, but I was like, okay, I'm going to cancel right now because I want to save money, and I didn't know they don't return their money. So not only did I lose my order, I also lost my money. I got double fucked.
Ouch.
There's that. Ever since
By the
then, not
way,
really.
that kit now on Amazon goes for like $300.
Which is terrible.
Woof.
Just thought I'd let you know that.
That's bullshit.
I would have gotten it for a good steal at that point, considering it's brand new at the time. But holy crap!
So who's next?
Okay, Bees, let's hear it.
Okay. First year of college. I started. That's when I decided to start getting. That's when I started actually getting more and more added to my Transformers collection.
Yeah, he's live now.
So I found on clearance Transformers animated Blitzwing, and they also had like a Bulkhead and Voyager Megatron, and I was on the fence about getting Blitzwing for a long while, and then by the time I finally decided to go to Walmart and get him, he was gone. So I had ample opportunities to have gotten him.
That stings.
Yeah, that's stings. I see.
Now, real quick. To make this a little more interesting, we're also going to include figures that, even though we didn't get them on initial release, we did get them eventually, but I ended up having to pay a markup. Because trust me, I've still got a lot to fucking say.
Oh, I've got a few stories of my own.
We will. Aladar, do you got anything?
I have two that I can point out, one of which you're currently in the process of helping me with.
Go
that
on.
being Magna Jet Convoy from Transformers Armada. I regret to the depths of hell not picking up Prime, Jetfire, and Overload when I had the chance back as a kid. But like I said, BC is in the process of helping me with that. Thanks to the Pits of Kaon and back for that.
You're welcome.
And then, still with the Armada line, Unicron. I got to mess with him in 2013. I want to go back in time and smack myself. That figure is fantastic. I have yet to obtain him by any means because I only had him for like a week. A friend asked me to look after him because a little kid was staying at the house and he didn't want anything to happen to him. So I was Unicron sitting, and and he goes for beyond ridiculous prices these days, both the Armada and the Energon versions.
I could probably find you one for relatively cheap. Just give me some time.
Complete with the shell bits and dead end.
Yep.
I challenge you to it.
Let me mention this real quick. He doubted heavily that I was actually going to be able to find the Prime and the Jetfire in such great condition that I found them in. Like, he straight up doubted it. Oh,
Mostly Prime. because gold plastic syndrome. The only thing the bots are missing is Jetfire's missing Cometer and his missiles, and then yeah, we get it. You're all pointing at me. Anyway, Prime is just missing Spark Plug.
Really.
Point is, he doubted I could do it, and I did it.
Yeah.
There was one other thing you doubted. I don't mean Al, I mean you. I mean Aladar, you.
What?
I didn't mean Aladar, I meant BC.
What did he
What
doubt?
is the BC doubt?
Kabuto. Enough said.
Fair enough. I will give you that. I will give you that. I was telling you literally for days, you're never going to find it that cheap. Just give this up. Not even 2 days later. Hey, BC, guess what? What? Says picture. Fucking hell!
Technically, I don't think I really found it cheap, but I mean, I don't give a fuck. It's just money. And not only that, my dear viewers, he didn't doubt me once. He doubted me twice.
Well, it's the second time.
The second Kabuto belt.
Oh, yeah. I was still hurt from the first one. Okay, what do you feel, though?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, and this is kind of a similar topic, but I had, I guess, some rather justifiable reasons for this. But like, just like a good chunk of the Combiner Wars line, I didn't have a job at the time, didn't have very much money, so I was only ever able to afford getting completing Superion. So like, just I was unable, plenty of times I've been in stores, but I was unable to buy them. I have found just about the entire Stunticon team, Combaticons, everybody else, but I was broken, unemployed. But, however, I still haven't gotten Menasor completed, but thanks to Ross Dress for Less and TJ Maxx, I was able to complete and I was able to build and complete Bruticus, which fortunately this happened to be my favorite Decepticon combiner.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's just, I missed just about almost an entire wave. Missed out on that, and I regret it. Well, not regret it, but I wish I was able to afford them. But what are you gonna do? I was broken, unemployed.
Right.
When did that line start again?
2015.
2015, yeah.
I didn't have a job either, so I just looked at it.
All right, so
Your turn.
oh boy.
Is there a list?
All right, so let's talk about this real quick.
If you hear your name, say I.
If you hear your name, say I.
I.
Me.
Yo no comprendo.
Okay, for real though. In general, one of my biggest regrets ever in my collecting history, not joining in on the Masterpiece game earlier.
Son of a bitch.
Specifically, the one company that Aladar here consistently accuses me of sucking them off. Fans Toys. They hurt my wallet every time I buy a new one.
That's why I give you so much shit for sucking them off so hard.
I thought that was a good censorship there for a second. I was like, that's why I give you so much shit for
But
sucking.
seriously, the fact that these are being brought up is because I didn't buy these on their initial releases, because at the time I wasn't buying Masterpiece. And that's solely what they pandered to.
Yep.
And so it was driving me nuts because I was seeing all these people playing with all of these new Fans Toys figures, and I was just sitting here like, what's so great about it? Then I actually started joining the Masterpiece game, and Fans Toys windows slowly started opening up for me. Those toys hurt my wallet,
I bet.
and I regret not getting in on them far sooner. Like, I deeply regret it. And one of the major things that proves just how much I regret it not getting them, the Fans Toys Phoenix, which is their take on Jetfire, when he first released, I want to say he was like 110. Which for a figure his size, not bad. Not a bad price. And that's if I'm remembering this right. Guess how much I paid?
200 something.
Close to 3.
I was about to say 400, but okay.
Now, granted, I adore it. It's one of my favorite figures in my collection. Like, it's simply fantastic. But for the price I had to pay, I had to eat ramen noodles for a month because of that.
Is he your crown jewel, though?
Oh, no. If we were to talk about my crown jewel of Fans Toys, the answer to that might actually surprise you guys.
I'm going to take a swing right now. It's Victory Leo. Or was that
That's not Fans Toys.
Okay, I was about to ask, is that not Fans Toys?
That one is actually KFC.
Chicken.
Right.
Keith's Fantasy Club. For you cheeky bastards smiling.
Man, the girl that makes great toys. I mean, chicken.
I like their glazed donut chicken sandwich.
Anyway, who actually is your crown jewel?
My crown jewel.
You're so salty.
My crown jewel
KFC
is actually Fans Toys Quietus. And the reason why is actually quite simple. That is one figure that for many years since starting my Masterpiece kick, he came out around about the time I was actually trying to get into this game. He was going to when he first initially released, he was only like 200, which was fair.
Mm-hmm.
After Marcus shot him up to 6,
oh,
every time I saw him online, I cried. My wife can testify. I would be on eBay for days looking for one. I would not give up.
I remember that too. It was terrible.
No work rolling.
And then I actually finally did manage to secure one through TF Source. Because they were getting in a restock / reissue of FT29T Quietus. While granted, colors-wise, it wasn't initially what I wanted. $1 per my witness. When I yanked that out of the box and got one look at it in the foam, I damn near died.
Before I testified this was Cyclonus, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he almost shit bricks.
Don't know what to tell you, man. The figure was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the way you were reacting, yeah, you thought you just discovered the meaning of life.
Basically,
the anti-life equation.
I was literally foaming at the mouth. I could not believe. And part of that was also just due to the fact that I couldn't believe that was literally sitting right in front of me after all this time. I mean, even now, he still sits on my shelf with nothing but pride. I love that figure to death. So if I were to crown any of my Fans Toys products as the buy-all, end-all, best one I have in my entire collection, like my absolute favorite, it's going to go to Quietus, hands down. With that being said, I have 3 of the 4 Stunticons. And I still like the Quietus the best.
mm-hmm.
And for those of you who know me, you know I'm a Stunticon nut.
Yeah.
Me too.
So, Savage, one of these days, you're going to see my Fans Toy Stunticons up close and in person. And you're going to understand fully why I want you to join in on this at some point.
I mean, it's not like I'm not a stranger to not Fans Toys, but like I'm not a stranger to third-party figures. It's just
no, I'm just saying these specific Fans Toys figures in general. As a Stunticon fan, you need to experience these.
One day.
I mean, that's just something in general that, I wanted to kind of speak on. Because another major thing that I regretted not getting when I had the chance plenty of times in the past, where he actually was tempting me non-stop, it was Masterpiece Soundwave.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. I was tempted by that multiple times, but each and every time I kept saying, no, it's too expensive. No, it's too expensive. No, you don't buy these things, Josh. You're never going to be satisfied with this. What
year did Masterpiece Soundwave come out?
2014, 2013?
Yeah, I want to say 2014, 2015, around that time.
Yeah, if it was 2014, yeah, I definitely had no excuse. I had the money. But if it was 2015, yes.
He had 2 re-releases, 2013 and 2019.
Okay. So 2013 was on the money. I said 2013 or 14.
I just had to.
So,
I had to throw all the information out there. Anyway.
Just Masterpiece Soundwave, again, that was another one where I literally had no excuse. I just kept talking myself out of it. Finally decided, you know what? I want this and I want it bad.
Okay, yes. He did come out. He did come out in 2013. I definitely had the money then. I had no excuse. But then
anyway,
I decided, you know what? I think I'm going to get it. And out of stock. But
anywho.
What's up?
Well, it was not released on initial release. BC had a plan on getting this for me at one point, and it got snagged. MP Thundercracker.
Yeah.
Again, not released on initial release, not new in box whatsoever, but I guess that still works, right?
Kinda.
It does kind of. But yeah, that Masterpiece Thundercracker, even with the new one coming out, his price is ridiculous.
Well, then you were like, all right, I'm ready to get it. From what you told me, you're like, I'm ready. I got this. Oh, it's gone. Son of a... And
I was pretty pissed that day, yeah.
Also, didn't you say at the same time, like, you found out, like, one part of it was broken or whatever? I thought.
Yeah, I think. It's been a minute.
Ooh. I thought of another one on my end.
Go.
MP10.
Oh.
Yeah,
The considered crown jewel of Masterpiece Collections.
Yeah, I will actually stand with you on that one, Aladar. That one hurt.
My uncle got me the Takara version, and I regret not trying to pick him up in the first place. He's beautiful.
It is an absolutely gorgeous figure in person, but I wouldn't dare pay the money for that now, entirely because I have MP44.
Well, of course.
And even though I have MP44, I still think FP10 has some merit.
For example, toy accuracy.
Mm-hmm. But if I recall, Sir Aladar, there was one other figure that you regret not getting because you had the money at the time. You told me and Bees about this. Because it was like a $1 deal that was going to be more than likely $300.
Remind me.
Titan's Return or Earthrise? I don't know which. I don't remember. Triptychon.
Titan's Return, Triptychon, yeah.
Yeah, Titan's Return.
Okay. You had told us, like, at this famous shop, I'm not going to say names because I don't want this channel to be slapped already again. You found a Triptychon that was literally like $1 to $10 because no one knew anything about that really, and they didn't give a damn. When that figure alone nowadays costs like what, $300?
Yep.
The Japanese one goes for good money.
Saddest part is I kind of need to get a new one now again.
I see another one on my shelf. I regret not getting it initial release, although I kind of regret getting him too now. ROTF Leader Prime.
Man, I beat myself up for not getting it when it first came out, but I'm glad I got it when I did because I found it at a Kmart for $25.
Okay. I'm going to say something real quick. It's a little bit of a story time.
Okay.
Story time.
If anybody would like to actually just kind of carve out this part of the live stream and send it to me as a video clip, I would greatly appreciate this because I would solely want to show this to my mom.
Okay.
Clip it.
2009, which was, around Christmas time is the approximation of this. Revenge of the Fallen was at its all-time high. Toys were selling out around the Christmas time like hotcakes. The one figure I wanted more than anything in the world was Revenge of the Fallen Leader Prime. Because I watched all the reviews on it. I watched everything about it. I wanted this thing so bad. My mom kept telling me,
No.
it's too expensive. We're already going to be short on money for Christmas this year. I can't do it. I was broken hearted.
Oh.
I literally let myself believe there was no way it was going to happen. I'm never going to get this figure. I'm never going to be able to experience it. Well, a little teenage old me, come Christmas Day, there's a little silver box just chilling underneath the tree. I'm like, that's weird. So, mom, like the way my mom does things, she goes, hey guys, come on, gather around the tree. And, I'm going to start handing out gifts, and one at a time, you guys are going to each open your gifts because we all got one gift piece. There was 3 siblings in the household. My sister opened hers. My brother opened his because she specifically stated, mine goes last. I popped that top flap, and I looked inside. the moment I saw Prime's head, I lost my fucking mind. And to this day, I still have my original copy.
I bet you, like, the moment you open that, she watched you open that top, your mom was thinking, you better like, or was thinking in her mind, you better like that, you little shit.
Dude, I to this day still look at my mom and I go, thank you for that. I really needed that year. With how hard our family was getting hit financially, like, just the fact that she went out of her way to make me happy, that said a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She could have just as easily stuck to her word and forced me to suffer, and she didn't.
It's awesome.
And
So,
this
yeah,
day he dropped the box.
Mama BC is fucking awesome. That is the moral of this story. Mama BC is badass.
Mama BC.
Now, I should state the reason I kind of regret grabbing him has nothing to do with how he transforms or anything. He's actually relatively simple to do.
Yours is falling apart.
Yeah.
Now, it's not the figure's problem, it's user error.
To be fair, my Revenge of the Fallen Prime, I shit you not, survived 4 moves prior to breaking. 4.
That's a durable bastard.
Mine, I have the original, and I have the Hunt for the Decepticons repaint retool. Both of them are still perfectly intact, and I've moved them in and out of the dorms when I was in college umpteen bajillion times. Moved from one city to from Oklahoma when I lived there to Texas where I currently reside. Moving like a few times from my mom's house to an apartment. It's still holding up together. So it's just really a matter of how you pack it.
Actually,
And,
no. Oh, sorry.
And it's just
My-
what I miss.
Mine literally broke just due to age.
Oh.
But
Now,
hey, you get to use
granted,
mine to
it's one-
salvage him.
Yeah, I will be trying to salvage him. I have to fix that figure so he could go back to being the glorious figure he once was. And in my eyes, he still is a glorious figure. And if you have not experienced that toy at any given moment in your life, you need to. Like, even bearing in mind the NPM that exists, that one could not have existed because it borrows so much engineering from that toy. That's how good it is.
Go get one.
Go get one. Straight up, go get one.
Afford it, that is.
Matter of fact, the next time I go out, if I happen to find a Revenge of the Fallen Leader Prime, I'm getting it, and I'm fixing mine with it.
Also, have either of you had to change the batteries of your Revenge of the Fallen Primes?
I had to put batteries in mine because I got them secondhand from a comic shop, but
I never had one, so I would not know.
Well, I've had mine for 10 plus years, and neither of them had to have their batteries changed. It's weird.
Some things are just that good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my Optimus Prime voice changer helmet has had the same battery since 2007 without a change, and it still works.
Yes, same with mine. And my Bumblebee helmet I got from as a Target exclusive I got a few years back. The batteries leaked.
Before I sold it, I had an animated leader Megatron. The battery compartment was caked in acid. There was no hope of fixing this fucking thing. Or so many thought. Because I showed them pictures and everything. They were like, dude, you're not salvaging that. You may as well just give up already. I didn't.
I watched him fix it.
I cleaned it up and I slotted new batteries in it. And he still worked.
Glorious Corey Burton and all.
I actually have
like
one
I
more
said,
story.
I watched him fix that.
I have one more story because I just remember about because when you were talking about Revenge of the Fallen, technically there was kind of one more on my end part on that I regret on getting because at the time, again, everyone likes Revenge of the Fallen toys anyway. At the time, I still am. At the time, I was a Thundercracker person. I like him. I like him better. The better of the trio. I don't know. I just do. I like the blue and orange or red, whatever you want to prefer.
Blue and silver.
Blue and silver too. Sure. I don't know if it was a masterpiece or if it was just a regular Voyager or whatever, or lead class, whatever. But at the time, there was a Thundercracker, like Revenge of the Fallen version, Thundercracker. I wanted to get at that time, and I never got it.
That initially came out in the 07 All Spark Power line.
Well, for some reason, it was repackaged in Revenge of the Fallen, so
I've heard of that happening.
Well, either way, I
Thank
was
you,
like,
Beast.
I mean, either way, I wanted it. I was like, I want it. Check my wallet. Another time. Next day.
Next time, baby.
No. Damn it, you're gone.
Man, it's funny you should mention that because while they're not Thundercracker, obviously, but they are, repaints of that mold. I remember seeing Revenge of the Fallen, like Voyager class. Yeah, the repaints of the 07 Starscream figure repainted as Skywarp and Ramjet. Saw them at Walmart on clearance when I was in college. I was tempted to buy them, but then I was like, nah. Did I make a good choice?
I'd say you're missing out.
We each get one more, and then we're going to change gears a little bit. So, the next thing is kind of a set, but I definitely regretted not getting these on their initial release. And that is the Fans Hobby God Jinrai set. My wife helped me secure Power Baser, and like a year or so later, I finally got the God Bomber for it. So yeah, I love it to death myself, but that was something that I regretted not getting on initial release. I have it now, clearly enough. By the way, for kind of spoilers for the review, it's really, really good.
Well, obviously.
As far as where it ranks on the BC chart, you're going to have to tune into the actual video to find that out.
You saw me call it the B chart.
That's bad comedy.
Anyways, you guys got any more?
I have one, actually, and I have you to blame for my regretting this. Power of the Primes Rodimus. I hate the character to death and beyond, but damn me if I don't love that figure. Me and BC had this bet going where it's just like, I'm going to hate this thing. It's a fucking Rodimus.
And I kept going, dude. Ignoring the fact that it's Rodimus, you're going to fucking love this toy. Because of the toy. It's great. And he kept going, no, I'm not going to like it. No,
I hate everything.
He finally gets the box. He plays with it for a week, immediately messages me and goes, fuck you. What did I do?
Fuck you.
What did I do?
You're a motherfucker and you know it.
What did I do? Sends me a picture of Power of the Primes Rodimus and goes, I fucking love this thing. And I'm like, yes! I win! Fuck you!
Something I definitely want to point out, though, I'm really not a huge fan of the deco he came with. I wish it was the Rodimus Unicronus version, but a free toy is a free toy. I can't really beg or choose there.
I mean, you're gonna try, but
No, I don't have a right to, but still, I feel I should say that anyway. Either
All
way,
right, so
thanks and fuck you.
If anybody else does not have another figure that they can bring up, we're going to change gears here a little bit. And you're either going to like this because it's going to give you a chance to do some real talking, or you're going to hate this because I'm forcing you to dig up bad memories.
okay, let me think real quick. Anything that I regret? Not anymore. No, not on this type of thought.
Bees?
Okay. The Legacy Dragon Dagger, the Legacy Blade Blaster. I think that's really it. Like, yeah, those two. I passed up on the Dragon Dagger, Dragon Dagger, because I had the one from 2010. So I'm like, well, that's really expensive. I'm happy with this one. But as time went by, I'm like, kind of wish I'd gotten that. Kind of wish I'd gotten it. Right. And with the Blade Blaster, again, I don't know. I honestly couldn't remember what my reasoning was for passing up on it initially. But then, in mid to late 2018, when GameStop kept getting a bunch of legacy stuff in, I guess Bandai just getting rid of their stock, transitioning from Power Rangers, them being the toy licensing to Hasbro being the toy licensor, whatever, for Power Rangers. You could find it all at GameStop. So I'm like, I remember walking into GameStop and it'd be cool to add the Dragon Dagger. I looked to my right, boom, right up there. Bought it. And I ordered the Blade Blaster off GameStop's website, both of which are on my wall back there right now.
So that's it.
How are we?
I'm good.
Seems like it.
All right, so here's how we're changing gears. What's a figure or toy that when it was first announced, we were really excited about it? And we got it, and we were disappointed immensely.
I can give you an inverse of that comes to mind, but I have to really think to actually figure out someone I was excited for that disappointed me.
So, do we want me to go first this time?
Question. Would my first MP's issue count?
Not really.
Okay.
Because it's already been confirmed you got it done. But even then,
It's still disappointing.
Okay, is there anything about the figure besides the craft piece that you just didn't like?
No,
that severely disappointed you?
I like the figure. I like the complex transformation. It let me it let me know. Oh, great! There's more of this to come. Holy crap! How does leg go again?
Then no, that doesn't count because you still liked it overall.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't exactly hear, or I didn't really used to hear a lot about Transformer or any other figure popping out, unless it was from this guy. But even then, I don't hear a whole lot, so I'm like, I don't fucking know. Unless BC has something to tell me that'll remind me.
You know what? I have one that disappointed me.
What?
Technically two, but they combine into one. POTP Dreadwing. Okay, Dreadwind and Darkwing on their own are okay for being remolds of the Aerial Botch, Skydive, and Air Raid, right? They're okay remolds, but the way they combine into the Dreadwing ship is ass. That was the thing that had me the most excited, especially after BC, the motherfucker hyped it up. And it's just like, you piece of junkyard crap. You lied to me.
I didn't lie to you. You just got it done.
No, that was crap and you know it.
Oh yeah, technically, there's still one other figure that you regret not getting. Actually, Aladar.
Huh.
That BC currently is working on getting to you. Dark of the Moon Megs.
True. But we shifted gears.
I know. I just want to throw that out there. Anyway,
Bees.
Oh, hang on.
we're having
He's having face
technical
issues.
There you go.
Prime said, "Give me your face," and he said no.
All right. As a kid, I never got a chance to get this figure. It was the Beast Machines Mega Class Rat Trap. Then when I was in college, I remember I bought it off someone on eBay. I got it. Like, when I got it, I was excited about getting it because I always wanted it as a kid. But after messing around with it, I'm like, this thing's boring. I mean, literally the only thing that's going for is that it's like one of the few toys in the line that was actually accurate to the character model, like in the beast mode and the robot mode. I like the fact that they had you could have him riding around on his wheels, or you could transform him to have legs, but there was it just wasn't a fun toy. It was boring. There was no gimmick. No fun gimmick. Is lame and pitiful, just like Rat Trap in the show. When his robot mode made an official debut, he learned he had no weapons. That's basically it's like they translated that to the toy. I'm like, that's fucked up, guys. Maybe you could have given him some kind of spring-loaded arm gimmick, like throwing one of those seed grenade things he had that he made. Something.
Pocket sand.
So I technically have two answers to this. Actually, no, I take it back. I got three.
All right.
One of them, I'm not exactly 100% sure where it went. Still looking for it.
Athena.
Wah, wah.
These guys know how much I was looking forward to this figure. She's exactly why I'm afraid to get Ace Hitter right now. This disappointed me so much that I didn't even realize these could plug onto her head.
He just found that today.
Mm-hmm.
To you, my good sir, I recommend the things you never realized your Transformers could do for them on Sabertron.
I legit...
As it falls over on her. As it falls over.
That's another thing with it that just drives me bananas with it. But, yeah, just in general, man, I wanted to love this thing. I really did. But after getting it in hand and experiencing all these figures, this doesn't hold up. Now, the other one that I had in mind, I actually don't have it near me, so I'm not even going to bother doing the joke again. But this one actually hits the Power Rangers fandom a little bit. I already know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, so I'm fully prepping myself to get burned in the comments for this one.
Be nice. And I'm not saying that to you, BC.
I
am. I was heavily disappointed in Lightning Collection King Sphinx. That one hurt because of the two monsters. He was the one I was looking forward to the most.
So that's two.
So with that said, my third one, this hurts me because I love this very obscure anime. And it hurts Aladar because it's dinosaur themed. I think he already knows where I'm going with this.
You coprolite.
The high-grade Kingosaur kids.
Yep, you're a coprolite.
That whole entire combiner set, the separate robots, money. They're great. I love those to death. They are absolutely awesome. I would recommend them all day as separate robots. As a combiner, walk away. Just walk away. That's all I'm saying on it. Just walk away. It is one of the biggest disappointments I've ever spent money on. Savage.
Have you anything?
Anything else that you are deeply, deeply disappointed in, even though you were really looking forward to it?
Maybe some Common Rider stuff.
Oh wait, yeah, maybe one. I don't know about when initially released, but I was slightly disappointed in this Studio Series Dark of the Moon
Soundwave.
I didn't like that.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I was the one person who did not like it.
Yeah,
his transformation was it wasn't his transformation wasn't complicated. It was just like I don't know. None of the pit. Even if I had transformed him 1,000 times, he was just not coming together for me. I may have had just gotten a dud, but in the struggle of it all, is like I'm trying to fucking do it, and I end up breaking one of the tabs. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with you.
A broken tab would convince me to walk away from a figure as well, especially if I already wasn't digging it.
Like I was so far. I was thinking, okay, Soundwave would be kind of cool. I don't have a Soundwave. I do, but I mean, over there somewhere. I was
What's
like,
another? Sorry.
I was looking forward to it. Got it in my hands. I'm like, okay, I will not be fucking blind. Let's see if I can transform him. Like the front end of the Audi car form when I was trying to fucking put it into a place that it would want me to. It was just catching. I don't know on what, but it was just catching. It's like, what the fuck? Go up. The instructions simply say, go up. Nothing else. And that one I tried to, I think I broke the tab at that moment. I'm like, trash can. Dumpster. Gone.
I watch YouTube reviews.
I did. And it doesn't matter now. It's gone, but it's just like fucking work.
So I ask you guys this because I actually really want to tell this story. What is your inverse of that, where you were extremely disappointed by the reveal, but you were surprised by the actual release?
Funny enough, Aladar, that is a very good question, and I actually have quite a few answers.
Okay.
I was disappointed by the initial reveal of Fanstoy Rouge. I had the Takara Tomy version for the longest time. Upon actually physically holding Rouge in my hand, that's RC, by the way, for those who don't know.
Not the bad.
After initially playing with it and actually getting to know the figure, I immediately sold my RC.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, just the turnaround for that was super quick.
It took like a minute.
What's another one that I was initially... Oh! Lightning Collection King Sphinx. Not King Sphinx. Pumpkin Wrapper.
King Sphinx? What?
Lightning Collection Pumpkin Wrapper. That was the one that I was like, okay, cool, yeah, whatever. I got that one first. So I guess that definitely helped it out a little bit. But when I got him out of the box and started really messing with him, I fell in love with the thing. Because all of his articulation functioned perfect. His giant head, despite being an absolute sore and a half to get him standing sometimes, was shockingly posable. The accessories made sense. And the dude came with extra pumpkin heads. So for whatever reason, if you wanted to, you could pop the heads off your Rangers and put the pumpkin head on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down, one of the coolest gimmicks I've ever seen on a toy. It's so cool.
That is neat. Kind of reminds me of the Headmaster from Animated.
And so imagine my fucking surprise when I get King Sphinx, the one I actually wanted, and he heavily disappointed me. Another one, funny enough, Lightning Collection. Yet again, A-Squad Blue. I thought for sure when I got that 2-pack set, I was going to get rid of the A-Squad Blue because I wasn't going to care for it. I didn't give enough of a shit about A-Squad Blue. I just didn't. I finally get them both out. I messed with Sky for a little bit, and I was like, yeah, cool. I like this one. That speedy body, I'm liking it. I'm digging it. I think it looks good in figure form like this. But then I moved over to A-Squad Blue, and I started doing my typical tests with it where I put him in a couple poses. He's the one I continued to pose and mess with. Because it works. So, yeah, A-Squad Blue is definitely another one where I was disappointed by the initial reveal, but the actual in-hand experience surprised me.
Do either of you two have anything else to add, or BC, do you have any more to throw out there?
I don't really, because again, like I said earlier, I don't get a lot of information. So I don't really get to buy that much Transformers, so.
It doesn't even have to be Transformers. It could be Star Wars, Kamen Rider, anything.
I mean, I was literally going into Power Rangers for like the past 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I still don't got nothing.
Bees? Anything?
Gosh, I had something.
Do you want me to tell my story while you're thinking of it?
Sure. Go ahead.
Generations Thrilling 30 Hoist.
I remember this story. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my next big surprise, and
I'm going to recount this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have fun.
At the time that this thing was revealed, I was on another podcast with Super Z-Man 85 and T-Fan Page 101 called Prehistoric News.
We hope you guys are doing well.
Yes. I remember I made both of them shit their pants with shock when I said, I don't like the way this Hoist and Trailbreaker mold looks. And to think of it, I don't like Orion Pax either. Because I was known for thinking generally that everything looked like it was going to be pretty interesting. So, I said flat out, I think this looks like shit. I realize it's a comic design, but it doesn't look like he was drawn very well. Fast forward to Christmas that year, and what do I happen to find under the tree but Generations Thrilling 30 Hoist? Because I'd seen some reviews of him, I wasn't all that impressed. Honestly, I was excited more for the comic book than anything else.
This is where it gets good.
I get to transforming Hoist because that's what I do when I first open a Transformer. I don't pose them, I transform them. Something just clicked, and it's just like, I love this thing. This is my favorite Generations figure. Like, even to this day, he outdoes Armada Starscream and Blitzwing as my favorite Generations figure from that particular section of the line. Something just clicked, and he felt so good to mess with. It's just like, the following episode of Prehistoric News, I publicly apologized for calling him a piece of crap and said this is my winner of 2014.
You should have kept that as a separate video. Like, all right, and my number one top figure of 2014 is this guy. And just wait for the comments just to flood.
I did actually do a top 10 Transformers countdown at the time for the last few years, and Hoist topped it.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Now, you guys ready for my big surprise?
Okay,
Yeah.
I remember.
That was actually relatively recent. But
I just remember what I was gonna say. Okay, I wasn't disappointed in this per se, but I just didn't have I wasn't expecting to really be into as into it as you would something that. Anyway, I have, like I mentioned, I have the Legacy Dragon Dagger. I pre-ordered the Lightning Collection one, and I wasn't expecting it to hold up, be able to measure up to the Legacy one at all. But after watching some reviews and getting it for myself, there's no die cast in it, but I was surprised with how much fun I was having with it. I mean, it's so swooshable. Whereas, it's not as heavy as the Legacy one, which that's why it's so perfectly swooshable. Whereas if it had die cast, you'd be afraid of it just slipping out of your hands and breaking a window. So, and on top of that, you can actually play the tune. You can play it with the little buttons on it. Whereas you just simply put the Legacy one, press the little mouthpiece on your chin, and press the button, and it does it. Now, it replicates, the Lightning Collection one replicates it, better. It's fun. Not a lot more than I thought I was going to.
We still realize he's not actually blowing into the flute.
I hate you.
Get him out of this right now.
Killer!
Anyway, BC, before we get any flame comments, what's your surprise?
My big surprise that honestly, technically I already had it, but I never fully experienced it.
Until then.
As soon as I show this, you guys will know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Digimon, copyright.
Figure Eye Standard Amplified Black Metal Gurumon. I already absolutely adored the regular Metal Garurumon. I already thought that was a fantastic little kit on its own. But I stayed it in BC Builds. That one I got in a trade.
Mm.
This one I built from the ground up. I love this thing.
It wore him out.
And I mean, I really liked looking at the regular Metal Garurumon, but since I didn't really build it, the love for it was just a case of, okay, it's fun to look at. I'm not going to play with it, but I like looking at it. Since I got to build this, I play with this. I enjoy it. Building this and enjoying the build from this so much convinced me to pick that one back up. That's how much this surprised me. Now, I'm going to do one more, and then we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
And for the record, let me go ahead and tell you guys, first episode of the Scrapyard where we broke an hour.
Woo! I was going to bring that up.
So we did.
We broke the hour. We did it. Next,
Yahoo!
Get the glue. Get the glue and staples and the tape.
No.
Anyway.
This is the very first kit that I ever bought where entirely due to the price point, netted it the BC seal, which, as you guys know, the BC seal is the highest grade a figure or kit can get
for him
when it comes to my critiques.
Yep.
For those of you who actually pay attention to my review schedule,
isn't that the
entry grade RX 78-2. This is basically $7. This is $7. It's a $7 kit, and it's absolutely amazing.
He's beautiful.
It's beautiful. You don't need to do any painting to it. You don't have to do any stickering to it. You just pop it together, and you enjoy it.
Also, I think the Savage has something.
I do have something. I wasn't actually expecting this to. I was actually liking this more than I thought I would. There's another one I also kind of like. I wasn't thinking too highly of this one, but when I got it though, this one was kind of fun with. Kingdom's Air Razor. My first.
That's a good one, man.
My first burb, by the way.
She's the word.
She'll shoot you in the face anyway.
She flips you off with her alt mode. Anywho.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this to be exactly like on one of my likes. I mean, yeah, it's a slot filler for sure. In areas where everyone's got to have at least one, right? Right. Anyway, but you know what? She's kind of growing on me. Granted, I don't mess with.
That's a beautiful pose for the Granddaddy Gundam.
Which is funny considering apparently the RX 78-2 isn't the original, but that it is original for all. Anyway, don't you love it when they make backstories for shit that already exists? Anyway,
it's a pain in the dick.
Anyways, so yeah, I think unless one of you guys wants to bring up one more thing that we can sit here and talk about for a little bit,
I just want to say this. If I know they've already made him Tigatron in Masterpiece. I want to see how they do for her.
Same. I'm really hoping we get her soon.
Like I know they have one Kingdom version of Tigatron as well as that mutant Tigatron, which looks bizarre. I was hoping that was a different character, but that's Tigatron for some reason. Anyway, yeah, I want to see how old Takara or whoever the fuck actually does this as a masterpiece. Yeah, by the way, Japan is weird. Yeah, I like Eraser. Bird is the word. Bird.
Bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word. Bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word.
DMCA.
Can't cancel. DMCA, no. YouTube, stop. We're innocent. We swear.
Anyways, if we are done, then we can go ahead and get out of here. So, anything else you guys want to chat about?
What is next week's topic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Next week's topic.
Should we want to talk about the upcoming movie?
There's
Rise
not
of the
enough
Beast?
information.
We can
Yeah,
talk about the stock. We can talk about the photos.
No, I want to wait until there's like more interesting things to talk about.
Right.
So with that said, I think the next topic, I don't have a title for it yet, but this time we're tackling the Power Rangers, and it's going to have something to do heavily with the Lightning Collection.
Okay.
So with that said, guys, I've been BC.
I've been Aladar.
I've been Flaming Bees.
I've been no longer eating the savage.
We'll catch you guys next time.